Most artists want to use controversy inside their cover arts to sell more, streams, sales, whatever. Today we're going to be going over all the different types of controversy, how to apply it into your own cover arts. I'm not going to be making a cover art because I might get cancelled. So first of all, we have to understand why controversy works and why people do it so much. And the main reason is because it gets people talking. If you can split opinions, if you can challenge someone's beliefs, make someone offended, shock someone, like all these different things, they create conversation, and that's what labels want, that's what people want, so they get more streams, they get more intrigue into their branding and all that shit, right? Now, where most designers go wrong is they do controversial shit for the sake of controversial shit, right? So they have no meaning behind it, they have no substance behind it, right? So they might flip a cross upside down, they might put some blood splatter on their face, oh shit, nah, you're scary. Yeah, people just don't know why something's controversial, and it's very hard to kind of understand it. But really what you want is you want to split opinions. So if you can split an opinion, say you have a friend group, right? You post, say you make a design, you can split their opinion with that design, then you got something, right? If you post on social media, you split that opinion with people, that's controversy. But there's different types of controversy. You could do politics, that shit gets people going. You can do nudity. Nudity is a risky one, that's kind of hey, that's just getting banned off everywhere. But you can do religious topics. You gotta be smart with it though. You can't just do an upside down cross, people don't care. Then you have social kind of controversy where it's social norms, Sabrina Carpenter's shit. I'm not even a fan, don't worry. But she kind of took a woman's women power, feminist power, and she flipped it, and she just leaned into the dominance part where it's get back in the kitchen, you're the housewife, all this shit, right? And then you can also just literally rob controversy, right? Nine Vicious did this with his Before For Nothing EP. He robbed a controversial painting of a Disney, it was just Disney characters. I can't put it up on screen because it's controversial. It's not even controversial, it's literally word, right? Grape, right? It's literally grape in Disney form. This motherfucker, bro, this guy, he loves controversy. He'll take anything and he'll make it controversial. He'll take anything controversial, he'll do it. But the one thing he did lack on was his Tumblr music album cover. It just didn't make sense. That's another example. It just doesn't make sense because he robbed Tupac's album cover. He's doing the YVL, and the name of the fucking album is Tumblr music. It makes no sense, right? And that's why it wasn't memorable. But if you can make people talk with cover art, that is the best thing you can do, right? So lean into. I'm going to leave a whole list down below in the comments, all the different kind of ideas for controversial shit. But if you guys can kind of master this or get an eye for it, or do all that, I'm telling you guys, if you're an artist, you will blow up. If you're a designer, you will get more placements. It's risky though. It's really, really risky, because if you do it wrong, your whole shit might go. It's risky. But if you know what you're doing and you're prepared for the hate, you're prepared for all that shit, go ahead and do it, bro. Go ahead and do it. Alright, so I got these controversial cover arts here that we can go ahead and go over and kind of just see why they're controversial, right? So we'll start off with the last one. Obviously it was controversial because of the topics, what he's talking about, slavery, racism, all that. So people are naturally just gonna kind of just talk about something like this, right? Zucchini did recreate this. I don't think he had the same effect as it, but it's still a really good example of how to weaponize certain issues, and it was a really good way. It was a good way to create conversation around it and spread his message, right? That's a really, really good example of it. That's probably the best way you could use it, probably. Then we have Virgil's Pop Smoke cover. The reason I'm putting this here is because people say this shit got flamed so bad. It's Virgil. People see Virgil as this fucking huge best designer, top designer. So when people seen this shit, they were like, man, what the fuck is that? I think it did have mixed opinions though. People did fuck with it, but even looking back, it's I personally, someone might hate me for this, but I think it's alright, okay? I think it's low-key fire. Yeah, people didn't fuck with this at all. Created split opinions, made people talk about it more. Nine Vicious, Tumblr music, copy Tupac. Like I said before, right? Copy Tupac, it didn't bang. It didn't get the same effect as, any other cover art, right? So he's kind of known for cloning, Young Thug, all that shit. So he kind of just forced this one. It doesn't make sense with Tumblr music. Like, if he did something that was Tumblr based, right, and it was controversial in that way, yeah, it would have hit, right? Wrestling based by Che, controversial, nudity, and religious topics, right? So, you know, you can see what she's doing there. I have to like scribble out some shit, right? But you can see what's happening here, why people are talking about it. It wasn't the actual cover art, but this was like the one, or I think this might be a different alternative, but this was the one that was released before the album, and it got people talking about the album, right? Good promotion by the team. And like I said before, the Sabrina Carpenter one, like, she's just like, oh no, bro. Before that, and I said before, you guys can look into it. It's very interesting. The Dars and all that shit. But nah, this is Vultures, right? Vultures cover. He has his wife on display here, nude as fuck, right? Thug in a dress, breaking social norms. A man should not be in a dress, right? Or even a rapper at that, right? Goblin. I'm not really sure why this will be controversial. I guess because of the cross and demon, and obviously the topic, the album is very deep itself. It's very dark, but yeah. And then obviously My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy as well. If you unblur it, you would know why. Just taking all these and twisting them, like, you can literally just find something. If you just research a couple of things, like you just go down a rabbit hole of controversial things in the past, you can literally rip them off and just go into them now, and that would be really dope.